Today I'm going to be doing week 5 Math CA. It includes the PT questions and both algebra and geometry. So the first one, they gave us an equation, okay? So in this, and they gave us x. So all we have to do is just substitute to find y, right? So first we write the equation 7x plus 1. Then we substitute y equals 7 times negative 1 plus 1. Y equals 7 times negative 1 is negative 7 plus 1. So y equals negative 6. So in each case, we just have to substitute the x and find y. Like, just write the equation again, 7x plus 1. Y equals 7 times 0, because now we're on the second case. If x is 0, plus 1. Y equals 0 plus 1. Y equals 1. And the last case, x is 2. So y equals 7 times 2 plus 1. So y equals 14 plus 1. Y, which is 15. So that's all and that's what part A is about. Part B, they gave us the points. Okay, we have to find out if the equation is true or not. In the first part, they didn't give us the points. They gave us the equation and said solve, so you can find y. So it's really easy. You have 3 steps to do it. First, label x, y. Okay. Then second part, you write the equation. Y equals 7x plus 1. Then you substitute. Y equals 22, 7 times the x, which is 3, plus 1. Is 22 equal to 21 plus 1, which is 22? Yes. So when both sides are equal, that means it makes the equation true, and therefore it is a solution. When it isn't equal, then that means it does not make the equation true and it is not a solution. So we do the steps again. First we label x, okay, 1 minute, x, y. Then we write the equation, y equals 7x plus 1. Then we substitute. 0 equals 7 times 0, which is 0, plus 1. Is 0 equal to 1? No. So that means it does not make the equation true, and therefore it is not a solution. Last one, same thing. We label, then we write the formula, 7x plus, equation, and then we substitute. Negative 15 equals 7 times negative 2 plus 1. 7 times negative 2 is negative 14, then plus 1. So is negative 15 equal to negative 13? No. So like the second one, it does not make the equation true, and therefore it is not a solution. Here, they're asking us to identify the pattern between x and y. We can read the question because it normally helps us. In the table below, the 2 variables x and y are related by an equation of the form y equals x plus a. So the equation we're going to find that shows the pattern between x and y will be in this form, okay? So we'll think about it. How can 1 be 6? 1 times 6, right? So that's our first guess. So we check on each and every one. 1 times 6, correct. 2 times 6, 12, not 7. So we remove this. This is not the answer. And then we think about other ways how 1 can be turned into 6, right? So it can be 1 plus 5 equals 6. So it might be the answer. So 1 plus 5, 6. 2 plus 5, 7. 3 plus 5, 8. 4 plus 5, 9. So yes, this is the correct equation. Now, how do we find out a is equal to what? So how did we find out it was 5? We did 1 plus 5 equals 6, right? So what is 1? 1 is x. So this is x plus, we don't know what 5 is, so we'll just keep it like that, equal 6. 6 is y. Okay? So this equation and this equation, it's similar, right? Because y equals x plus a. So x plus a equals y. So that means 5 is a, right? Now this it asks us what's the value of this. So what we have to do, 5 plus 5, which equals to 10. So the answer is 10. Some people might say it's ascending order, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? But that's not the case. It might be jumbled up, so it won't help you in every question. So that's the correct way to solve it. Now here it might look hard, but it's actually really easy. So what we have to do is we just have to read it properly in these type of questions. The image of the point -2, 11 under a translation of, so again, the image of the point -2, 11. So what is the image? The image is like the movement, like the translation after the movement or translation. So before it was point, right? It was point -2, 11, right? So now they're asking us the image. The image is after the movement, after the translation. So they're asking what was the value of x and y after the movement. That would be the image. Like the image is the new point, you can say, right? After the movement. So how to find out what the movement is? If it's right or left, if you see right or left, you think exactly it's x. Okay? If you see downwards or upwards, it's y, 100% sure. So how do we know if it's like plus the number or minus the number? So if it says 8 units to the right, that means plus 8. But if it said 8 units to the left, that means minus 8. Then that means if it was 8 units to the right, it'd be like whatever x is, we have to plus 8 with that. Okay? Only when you're finding the image, right? You have to just add 8 to whatever x is. And if it's left, then you have to minus 8 from whatever x is. So the same thing for y. 6 units downwards, so that means minus because it's downwards. Okay, 6 units upwards, that means it'll be plus 6. Right? So now you know the difference. You can solve it properly. So translation of 8 units to the right, so that's x because it's saying right and it's 8, but we need to know if it's minus or plus. Right is for plus, so whatever x is, we have to plus 8 with that. Then we have 6 units downwards. We have downwards means it's y, right? Downwards or upwards, and we know it's 6, but we need to know if it's plus or minus 6. Downwards means minus, so whatever y is, we have to minus 6 from that. Only you do this when you're trying to find the image, okay, like the point after the movement, right? So how do we solve it now? They gave us -2, 11, so this is the point before the movement. Okay, now we have to do the movement on this, right? We'll just make it clearer. So it's x, y, this is -2, this is 11, right? This is the point before the translation or movement. So it said that we have to plus 8x and we have to do minus 6 to y, right? So which one is x? -2. In all cases, normally, you first have to label and then you have to solve. So -2 is x. So we have to plus 8 with the x. And then y, we have to minus 6. So 8 minus 2 is 6. And 11 minus 6 is 5. So that means the new point after the movement, or this is also is the image, is 6, 5, right? 6, 5. Now, the second one is not really that different. They gave us the image, and they gave us the point before the movement, the actual point, which all started with. So, but they're asking for the translation, the movement, right? So, what do we have to do? We have to identify which one is which. So, the image of P is Q, right? So, that means before the movement, it was P, which was 5, 9. And then after the movement, after whatever happened over here, it turned into Q, right? Because the image is the point after the movement, and P is the one before the movement. Okay, so we have to find out, how did P turn into Q? So P is 5, 9, while Q is 8, 15. So Q is the image, P was the one before. So here is the movement, or the translation. So P, how we have to label first x, y, x, y. We'll start with x, okay? How did 5 turn into 8? You can do +3, right? So you do +3, right? So this is x. So that means it's either right or left. Right is for plus, left is for minus, right? So what do you think it will be? Right, right? So 3 units to the right. So we finished x. This is x, right? So how did 5 turn into 8? 3 units to the right. So we write it down. 3 units to the right. And then, next one, we just write it again. 5, 9, Q, 8, 15. We label. Okay, we finished x. Now we have to do y. So how did 9 turn into 15? We did +6, right? So when we're doing y, we have either upwards or downwards. +6. +6 means it's going to go up, right? Because up is plus, down is minus. So 6 units vertically up, right? So we did y and x. So for this one, 6 units upwards. So again, the image is Q. That means it was after the translation. We can also check it, So this is the one before the translation. Now we have to do the movement. So 3 units to the right is +3 for x. And 6 units vertically upwards is +6 for y. We're going to check 5, 9. This is x, this is y. So x +3, 9 +6, so it's 8, 15. Is it the correct answer? Yes. So we did that. And here in C, it shows another way to identify an image. This little line over here, it means it's prime. A prime -3, 10 is the image. So what's the image? A prime of point A. So here they gave us the image, they gave us the translation, but they didn't give us the point. So as if you had 10 okay, I'll give you an example. You had 10 dirhams, okay? And you went to the shop and bought a pencil. And actually, you don't know how much you have. You bought a pencil, which was for 3 dirhams, and now you have 8 dirhams, okay? So then your mother asks, how much did you have in the starting, right? So what will you do? You'll do 8 plus 3, right? Because you would add how much you got for the pencil to how much money you have right now. So 8 plus 3, 11. So that means in the starting, you had 11 dirhams. So it's exactly like this. Point A is the starting, okay? And translation of 6 units to the left. You can think about it as the pencil, the minus 3. And this as the 8 you have, okay? So what you did in the example, you did 8, it was minus 3, right? You took minus 3 from the 11. But when you wanted to find out how much you had before, you added the 3, right? So you switched it. So exactly like this, you have to switch all of this. You get it? Like 6 units stayed the same. It's for left. So left or right is for x. Left, so we turn it into right. So that means it's plus 6 now. So for x, it's plus 6 to find the point of A, point A. Okay? So x plus 6 now. We remove this, and now it's x plus 6. And this one, 4 units downwards. So downwards or upwards, it's y. 4 units, we know that. We change this into upwards. So that's plus 4. So y plus 4, x plus 6. Now all we have to do, exactly the same thing like we did for the first one. We just... we take negative 3. Just zoom in. Negative 3, which is x. Y plus, what was it? Plus 6 plus 4. So plus 6 plus 4. This is x, this is y. Whatever x is, you have to plus 6 with it. Whatever y is, you have to plus 4 with it. So 6 minus 3, 3. 10 plus 4, 14. So then the point that you started with, okay, like 11 dirhams was what you started with. This is the point that you started with, okay? You can check it by taking this and keeping it the original. 6 units to the left, minus 6 for x. 4 units downwards, minus 4 for y. Okay? So then we just do it. Minus 6, because this is x and this is y. Minus 4. This is negative 3. This turns 10. Is it the same answer? Yes. Now for this one, again, they're asking again for the pattern, the relation, or you can say. So here, if you pay attention, it says y equal, so whatever y is, it equals to something times x plus something. So it can be something like 2 plus 5 or 3 plus 5. No, something times something plus something. So to find the pattern, like mentally, it'd be really, hard. Like you just keep on going and going and going. For some people it's hard. So what you just have to do is take any of them. 4, 16, 5, 19, 2, 10, any of them. And then check, how can 4 become 16? 4 times 4, right? So we try. Negative 1 times 4? No, it's negative 4. So if one of them doesn't work, the whole thing doesn't work. Then we go one step back. 4 times 3 equals 12 plus 4. Why are we doing plus 4? So it can be 16, right? So what we got here, what we think, okay? It's not the actual equation, we just think. We think it is 4 times 3, which was 12, plus 4. So we'll just make this into an equation. 4 is x times 3, so that's 3x plus 4. Okay? So we'll check for all of them. -1 times 3 is -3. Plus 4, 1. So the first one, correct. 2 times 3, 6. Plus 4, 10. That's correct too. 4 times 3, 12. 12 plus 4, 16. That's correct. 5 times 3, 15. 15 plus 4, 19. So this is our equation. We just write it down. 3x plus 4. You can do with any 2, 10, 5, 19. You can also do with -1 and 1. But I prefer using bigger numbers instead. The missing number in the table is something. So how do we find it? We first check the easiest type. So 2 plus 5 equals 7. So we check for all of them. 3 plus 5, 8. So we stop checking, because if one of them is wrong, then the whole thing is wrong. Then we check other ways. Like we can take any of them. I'll choose 2 and 7. So how do you make it into 7, right? What's the closest? 6, right? So 2 times 3 equals 6. How do you make it into 7 plus 1? So what we found till now, maybe it's correct, maybe it's not, is 2 is x. So 3x plus 1. We can check, right? 2 times 3, 6, plus 1, 7. Correct for the first one. 3 times 3, 9, plus 1, 10. So wrong. So that means this one is wrong. Then we go one step back. So 2 times 2 equals 4 plus 3. Okay? Now we have another equation. So we can check. Again, 2 is x, so x times 2, which is 2x, plus 3. So this is our new equation. We have to check it first. 2 times 2, 4, plus 3, 7. 3 times 2, 6, plus 3, 9. We skip this one because we don't know it. So we'll go back to it if the equation is true. 10 times 2, 20, plus 3, 23. So this is the correct equation. Okay? Now we go back to what we skipped. So the equation is 2x plus 3. We just substitute. X is 4. So 2 times 4 plus 3. So that's 8 plus 3 equals 11. So the answer is 11. So in this one, you have to know like a little diagram. So this is quadrant. Okay, quadrant number 1. This is quadrant number 2. This is quadrant number 3. This is quadrant number 4. Okay, you have to know these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Other way you can say it, you can also, these brackets, you need them. Okay, so plus and y is also plus. Okay, quadrant 2, x is negative, you know, this side is negative, and y is still positive. In this one, both are negative, and in this one, x is positive and y is negative. So we have these little spaces. 4, it's into 4. So quadrant 1 is x is also positive, y is also positive. Quadrant 2, x is negative and y is positive. Quadrant 3, both are negative. Quadrant 4, x is positive and y is negative. Okay, so here they gave us -3, 8. Instead of drawing all of that's 1, -1, -2, -3, you can just look at the table, that graph, and think this is quadrant, this is for or you can just do that, really. This is positive, this is positive, this is negative, this is positive, this is negative, this is negative, This one is negative, positive. So this one is negative 3, 8. So x is negative and y is positive. So that means it'll be in quadrant 2 or quadrant 2. Okay? So what's the only point there? T, right? You can also double check this like by numbering. Like 2, actually too far apart. This is negative 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Example, this is 8. There. So it's T. Okay. Next, this is a PT question. It's really easy. We start with the percentage because there's only one missing percentage. In the angle, there are two missing values. So we don't need to look at the diagram, the pie chart, sorry. So the total is 100%, right? So if we want to find something, we have to add all of these and then minus that with 100, right? So example, 30 plus 20 equals 50. 50 plus 15 equals 65, right? Percent. So all of this together is 65. So how much will this be? Because it's out of 100, so what we have to do is just simply 100 minus 65, the total minus the rest, 10, and this becomes 9, 10, 5, 3, 0. So this is 35. You can also check, like, look how much, wait. Yeah, never mind. So, if you check the CA before, which we had, we finished the percentage, okay? Because all of it together, because all of it together equals 100. So, the percentage is all sorted out. But we can't do what we used for the percentage in angles because we have two missing values, okay? So we have to find them another way. So we found 35, right? So 35 over 100, because percentage is over 100. If we want it to become an angle, okay? Like example, if you want to make a fraction into a percentage, you do times 100. For this, you have to do, for angle, to make it into angle, you have to do times 360, okay? So you cancel 1 0, 10, 5, 18, 1, 7. So the answer would be 126. So banana, the angle would be 126, because what we did, we turned the percentage into a fraction first, 35 over 100, and then we did times 360, because whenever we want something to be an angle, we do times 360 to whatever it is, okay? Decimal, mixed number, anything. Then we do the second one, which is 15 over 100, that's the percentage, times 360, okay? So this you cancel, this will be 5, this will be 18, 1, 3, so the answer would be 18 times 3, 54, okay? Okay, so even if you check, like you can add all of these together and you're going to get 360. That was a PT question, and also this is a PT question. It's really easy. It's ratios, okay? So first, labeling, okay? So this is tin, this is lead, this is total, okay? Total. So this is like a ratio, okay? Just So tin is 11. So every alloy has 11 tin and 9 lead. Sorry. How much lead is there in an alloy weighing 600 grams? Okay. Okay, yeah, wait. So 11 plus 9 equals 20. So the total is 20. Okay. So now we do part 8. How much lead is there in an alloy weighing 600 grams? So alloy weighing 600 grams is the total. Okay? Because that's the total, weighing 600 grams in total, that's how much it is. So what was the jump between 200 and 600 times 30, right? So times 30. Okay? And how much lead would it have? Times 30 also, so which is 270. You can also do cross multiplication, but this is way much easier. So here again, it was weighing in total 600 grams. Okay, so that's why we put it under total. So what was the jump between 200 and 600? Times 30. So that was times 30. So we also did lead times 30, which is 270. So how much lead is there? 270. Now here, a different question. We'll just write the table again. This is tin. This is lead. This is total. Now the total is again 20, 11, 9. So here it says contains 220 grams of tin. So instead of giving us the total, they gave us the tin, which is 220. And they're asking how much it weighs altogether. Okay, so this is times 20, because 11 to 220 is times 20. So we have to do it also for the total. 20 times 20 equals 400. So the total is 400 grams. Okay, normally the PET questions are questions that we had in like grade 5 or grade 6 maybe. So a group of friends orders 8 large pizzas for a party. The table shows the number of pizzas of different kinds and their prices. So margarita, 3 pizzas, pepperoni 2, Hawaiian veggie barbecue, each 1. Okay? So the first one, what is model price of a pizza? Okay? So what does model mean? Okay? So model means the one that comes like the most frequently. Like example, if I had 1, 2, 2, 3. Okay? So you'd say 2 is the model because it came the most frequent, right? Because it came 2 times. So here, which pizza was ordered the most frequent? Margarita, right? So what was the price of margarita? $11. So the model price of the pizza is $11. Okay? If the barbecue pizza that costs $16, okay, it's $16, is replaced by a deluxe pizza that costs $18, what effect does this have on the mean and median? So the median is like, remember if we had in only like one example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we'd cross each and then we'd say 3 is the median, right? So, and the mean is the average. Like we take all of these and then we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we add them all over 5, right? So they're asking what effect will it have? The mean. So the mean is the average. So will it have an effect? Yes, because it's completely different from adding 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, then adding 11, 13, 14, 15, 18, right? It'll be like a slight difference. So yes, it increases because the cost is more, so it'll increase. The median price. So example, if I had, again, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? I crossed these, I got 4 as the median. Now I'm telling you, instead of that, I'll have 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? Instead of 2, it'll be 1. Will I have the same answer? Yes. So that means the median stays the same. Okay? You can always help yourself by like examples, easy examples to help you solve hard questions. 2 spinners are spun as shown below. Complete this addition chart to show the possible totals. Okay, so we'll look at this pattern. 3 plus 4 is 7, right? 3 plus 7 is 10. So what they're doing, they're adding the row with the column. Okay, so we also have to do that. Okay, so it's 3 plus 4 is 7. So row plus column, row plus column, row plus column, row plus column, and continues. So we'll do row plus column. 9 plus 4 is 13, right? So this is 13. We don't even need to do it. 9 plus 7, row plus column, equals 16, right? Then we know these. 5 plus 4 is 9. 5 plus 7 equals 12, right? And then 5 plus 3, again row plus column. 5 plus 3 equals 8. And then 2 plus 3. It's on the column 3 and the row 2. So 2 plus 3 equals 5. 2 plus 5 equals 7. So that's how you do it. Just row plus column, row plus column, row plus column. What is the probability that the sum of the two numbers is odd? Now, if you remember, probability is fraction. So what is a fraction? The denominator is the total and the numerator is whatever they're asking for. Like here they're asking for all the odds. So we're going to count all the odds and the total. Okay? So how many odds are there? 1, 10, 6, 8. 13 is 1. 16, 12, 14. 9 is 1. 12, 8, 10. 9 again. 5, 7. So we have 6 in total. So the numerator is going to be 6 because that's how many odds there are. Now we need the total, which will be the denominator. So we'll just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 4, 16. Or you can just count them like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. So they're asking us to be, it should be in lowest terms. So 6 over 16, you can divide it by 2, 3, and this is 8. So it's 3 over 8. That's the answer? Yes. Okay, so here it's really easy. We just check the numbers. So here it's x, y. So where would negative 3x be? Here, right? This is for x. And then y, negative 3 would be right here. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here. This is where the 2 points meet. Just make it bigger. This is where the 2 points meet. So here, exactly here. Then we have 4 points instead of 1. So we just have to place them. Okay? This is 2. Wait. Yes, this is 2. This is x. Wait. X, y, x, y, x, y, x, y. So, x2. So that's 1, 1, 1, 1, go right there. And 3. So 3 is over here. So go over there. So where does it meet? Over here. So this one is I. Then we have the second one, x, y. We check. Where is 2? 2 again here. And then where is -1? Over here. -1. So you go here and there. So where does k meet? Over here. That's where k is. Then we have O, x, y again. O, -1. So it's over here. -1. And -3. -3 is over here. -3. So we go 1, 2, 3, all the way there, all the way there. So that's O. Okay? So this is O. The next one, x, this is y, right? So -3 is x, 1 is y. -3, it's over here. 1, it's over here. So you go here. So this is M. Okay? It's really easy when you get used to it. Okay, so now reflection. Reflection is really easy. So reflection about the x-axis. So it's so whenever it says about the x-axis, that means x, whatever point would be on the x, will stay the same. If it said about the y-axis, that means it would flip from here to here. But here it's saying x, that means about the x-axis, like turn around from here to here. Okay? So we just do this. So whatever is on the x-axis would stay the same. So that means if C is on 4, it'll stay the same. So one of the points will be over here. Okay, it has to be exactly. And then A is on 5. It's on +5 on y-axis. So when you flip it all the way over here, right? So it can be -5 instead of +5. So it's right here. Then we have B. B is on 2, +2. Then when we flip it, it goes to -2. So right over there. And you can also trace them to see if it's the correct triangle. Yes, it just got reflected. And that's what it is. So here we have to solve each and every question, each and every graph. And you have to see if it's correct or no. So here it's saying y equals 4x, okay? So we start with the first one. So it's y equals 4x. So we first take y. So we take any one point. Okay, so example, this is 1. This is 2. So we'll do 1, 2, because it starts with x and then y. So then we just substitute. This is x, this is y. So y is 2 equals 4 times 1. So is 2 equal to 4? No. So that means this is not the correct answer. This one. This is 1. This is 3. Okay? So, wait. Yeah, way much better. This is 1 and this is 3. So it's 1, 3, x, y. Then we just substitute 3 equals 4 times 1. That's 3 equals 4. But that's not correct. So that's not correct either. Then we have the third one. Take negative 1 and 2. So that's negative 1, 2. X, y. We substitute 2 equals negative 2 times negative 1, which is 2 equals 2. So is that correct? Yes. So we found one of our answers. But we have to do all of them because it says select all that apply. If it said only like one answer, then we could have just stopped there. So this is 1 and this is 1, 2. So it's 1, 1, x, y. So then we substitute 1 equals 4 times 1 plus 1. Is 1 equal to 5 plus 1? No. So that's not the correct answer. Then this one, 1, and here 3. So it's 1, 3, x, y. We substitute 3 equals 4 times 1 minus 1. So it's 3 equals 3. Is it correct? Yes. So that's a correct answer. Then we have the last one. This is negative 1. This is 1. So it's negative 1, 1, x, y. So 1 equals negative 4 times negative 1 plus 1, which is 1 equals 4 plus 1. That's not the correct answer, so we only have 2 correct answers in that case. Now here, 5, 4. 5 is x, so it's 5, 4. 5 is x, 4 is y. So this is the x-axis, you can see. This is the y-axis. So on the x-axis, this must be 5, right? So we just go up, 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 up. And then we stop on 4, y. So on y-axis, 4. So it must be here. So what is it? A. It's not precisely, but it's close to A. Here, select the position of the point R on the coordinate plane. So R is 0, 3. Over here, it's the point R and point S. So it's x, y. So x is 0, it's over here, and y is 3. So go up all the way over here. So it's here. If just